Hello, and welcome to the Stafford Boxing Report. I am Sheila Stafford, the complete voice for the future of women in the global boxing industry and businesswomen. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Today, I have a special, wonderful guest, Mr. Furquan R. Stafford. He's the best husband, mentor, friend. I should have said this of God, and I would like to give a round of applause to my husband. Hello.
How you doing, Miss Sheila?
Good.
Sheila, I just want to let everyone know how proud I am of you. Um, it's been a remarkable journey to get to this point, and I know that there are great things that lies ahead, and I could not be more happy to be with a woman like yourself, who's beautiful on the inside out, intelligent, smart. You everything that I needed in a woman to become the man that I need to be for you. And I think it's very important that everyone understand how significant and important you are to me, us, and what we bring to the table for the incorporated.
Thank you. So humbled. So, it's going to be an open discussion. We're just going to talk about whatever it is that we want to talk about. But the first thing that I know everybody wants to know is who is Furquan R. Stafford, aka Stafford?
Well, this to best to describe me is a person that's wanting to follow uh, the guidance of the Holy Spirit. As Sheila stated, that I am a man of seriously. I want people to look at me in a way where when they see me, they can see God. When they hear me talk, they can see God. When they see my leadership, they can see God. And I believe that that is something that is missing in our community today. It's the true spirit of God within one person's heart. I'm a married. I am, like Sheila said, I am a husband. I am a father to many, and it is an honor to be in this position to help Sheila lead us in the vision for the Stafford Boxing Club, a medical entrepreneur in the blood plasma industry. My work is in the United States Library of Congress, at the Georgia State Capitol, in publications in Nigeria, uh, Brazil, the U.S. So I am uh, known across the world. For more information, you can there's lifeintheblood.com. www.there'slifeintheblood.com.
So, you have been interested in boxing for quite some time. We want you to take us on a journey more into depth to have more of an understanding of the things that you've been through, but more importantly is to share with our viewers how you were able to overcome what you had to go through.
Well, I am a byproduct of the foster care system. I never had a father. My father was murdered June the 6th, and I was born July the 6th. And so from that point, I been shuffled from one place to another. I end up living in the foster care system through CPS. I think it's called Child Protective Services. And this is in Houston, Texas. I'm from Houston, Texas, the South Side. Shout out to Yellowstone. But so from there, going through different foster care homes, I had, been exposed to like different individuals, kids from all walks of life. And so it was kind of like you had to survive in a way and stand up for yourself. And if you showed any type of weakness, then you take an advance introduction to box. So one day they had a slap boxing contest, and so the slap boxing occurred, and then from that point on, it went from boxing, and then from boxing went to actually fighting. But I was inspired during that time as a youngster. Muhammad Ali was the person that I was introduced as a boxer, and I was impressed with not only his confidence but his ability to communicate to people about his vision and uh, how the people looked at him in the community and what he was the one that pretty much inspired me to get into boxing. Now, living in the foster care system, um, we took slap boxing extremely serious. So we would train and so forth, and do a lot of shadow, etc. And then from that point on, I eventually later on in my life was introduced the Texas Youth Commission, which is the state agency that house juvenile delinquents who gets into trouble. Um, Being in in TYC, I went to different group homes, boys' home, and I was this close from going to the youth penitentiary. And so, going to those type of entities, I had to box. It is what it is. I mean, it wasn't no other way. So what I learned from the foster care system, I end up taking it to the TYC, Texas Youth Commission. And so it pretty much was the foundation for me to build up on those type of skills and uh, just the discipline. And so that's how I was introduced to the sport of boxing, Miss Sheila.
That's a great story. I hope everybody's taking some notes, and definitely you're going to be inspired. I want to talk about the Stafford Boxing Club Incorporated, the nonprofit organization. There are some people that say that the sport of boxing is physically violent. And with us reaching out to the at risk youth, there are some that may be a little bit more aggressive than others. So, explain to our viewers how the sport of boxing can actually teach the at risk youth to channel that aggression into something that's more positive.
Well, in our community, we demonstrate an enormous amount of aggressive behavior. And that aggressive behavior, if it's not nurtured and positioned properly, it can lead one to make decisions that can alter the rest of their lives. So, the sport of boxing, a sport that requires high level of discipline, and discipline is a key ingredient for success, no matter if you're into boxing or whatever dreams and goals that you have in life. And so we believe through we can implement discipline into the at-risk youth to help them make quality decisions that will not forfeit the rest of their lives. I speak to many youth and young adults, people my age, that we always come back to is discipline. And the sport of boxing is something that we can use to incorporate discipline because for a boxer to train, he must be disciplined. He has to get his sleep, he has to eat well, has to focus and to deal with other things outside the ring if he wants to become a world champion. So a lot of people may think that boxing is an aggressive sport, but it's actually a sport of skills. I know that it is a combat sport, but it's the main purpose of boxer is to not get hit. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was phenomenal at that. He demonstrated that on a very high level. And but if you look at his training, he was very disciplined. Instead of being in the streets, he was in the boxing gym, and that we want to do. We want to give kids another avenue to come to instead of joining gangs or doing things that can lead down a path that will cost you your life at an early age. We see it so many times, and so that is the purpose of one of the purpose of the Stafford boxing. The other thing is that, Sheila, I think it's very important that people understand how we met and and talk about our marriage. So me and Sheila met in 3 weeks, and in 3 weeks of meeting each other, we got married. Right. So this, I don't flirt, I don't cheat. That's just not what I'm into. I'm into my marriage, and as a result, I believe that it's important for our community to see a healthy black marriage, right?
Facts.
We are not celebrities. We are average people, ordinary people that has been called to do. The Stafford Boxing Club is a vehicle, right? A vehicle to attract at-risk youth, bring them in, help to mature their mind and their thinking. Before we even put a kid in the boxing or whatever, do a series of just conversation. They have to get in shape. That's important to us. We want to make sure that these kids are in top-notch condition. That's important. And the other inspiration behind the Stafford Boxing Club is Customato. Sheila and I are a student of his philosophy, and we are a student of the Peekaboo boxing style, right? It's something that Customato ingrained into Mike Tyson so that Mike Tyson can be the champ he is, as well as Floyd Patterson. And so we believe that Customato resonate with me personally because I was a foster care student. I mean, excuse me, a foster care child. And Cuss, what he did, brought in kids from the streets into his house and taught them discipline, taught them about structure, talked about confidence. Those things really um, inspires me. And so we want to be like Cuss, where when we are no longer here, that people will be inspired by our testimony, our work. We have a long way to go, but we have a sense of direction. And that was something that Cuss really emphasized. And we are truly Customato. Um, Sheila, we have talked about this on numerous occasions that we wish we would have had an opportunity just to sit and talk to him.
For real.
And
Yes. I like the fact how also, like you said, before he even took any step to talk to them, he had to say we're mentally. Because as we all know, and like you've said, it's more mental when it comes to the sport of boxing and really any industry or anything that you choose to do, because there's going to be times where you're going to hit a brick wall, going to go your way. You'll be disappointed. People are going to doubt you when you've really put in all that hard work and that dedication into it. So the mental aspect is extremely important, but as well as a spiritual aspect as well, because you're always getting attacked types of directions. So you have to have that shield that the Roman soldiers used to have, keep in front of them to keep those arrows or whatever was being thrown at them to keep them safe. So that's how I That's how I look at it.
Yeah, baby. And we had talked using the defense boxing
Oh yeah.
as a metaphor to teach the young kids at the Stafford Boxing Club how to use that outside of the ring, right? So, like,
Explain that.
so in other words, are faced with a situation where they are about to get into an altercation. So the defense um, mythology is to defend your character, right? So in the boxing, you want to, cover yourself so that you don't get hit. So when you're faced with one of those things, you want to defend your character. Your character will determine whether or not you go to the next level, because every level requires a test. So using that, defend my, because if I don't defend my character, then I will make a decision that can set me back. And we don't want kids to be set back. It's too much going on already in our community. And the other thing is, the Stafford Boxing Club is not a club where you come to, pick up, young girls and young boys. That's not what we into. You know what I mean? It's not a club where you trying to pick up Miss Almond Joy or Mr. Good Bar. That's no, we not what we about. Structure. And maybe that may not be for you, but we cannot compromise what we believe and what we stand for the sake of how you feel. And me and Sheila been going back and forth about this, and I was like, baby, you know what? Let's just say, for instance, if me and you make a decision, right? We only get one chance. So if we only get one chance, then the kids only get one chance, because when you come to the Stafford Boxing Club, you're not only getting taught about boxing, you're getting taught about life. We want to put tools in your toolbox. For instance, we will teach you about financial literacy. Everybody want to talk about the bag. I got to get the bag, or I want to get money. But then getting the money, you don't know how to continue to take that money and build on it. You fumble the bag. Our kids, when you come to the Stafford Boxing Club, we're gonna teach you about saving. That's something that we don't do in our community. We need to first learn how to save, because me and baby, we were talking about, I was like, baby, you know what? Uh, let's get them a checking account. Then I was like, nah, baby, you know what? They need to learn how to save first, because they know how to spend, how to save. And when I talk to other people in different communities, one of the things that they pass down from generation to generation is savings. So hopefully this partnership that we're working with this bank, that they can, sponsor and other opportunities, so that we can incorporate that financial literacy into our program that can take them to the next level. So let's just say everybody not going to be a world champion, but the things that you learn from the Stafford Boxing Club going to take you to the top. You're going to be a champion. Logan in Stafford Boxing, the making of champions. And speaking of that, I was doing some studying this morning, because I gets up early and I got to study. So with that being said, let me see. Qualities of a champion. It's things, but these are the three things that one is discipline. Number two is confidence. Number three is tunnel vision and focus. These are the qualities of a champion. And at the Stafford Boxing Club, we are producing champions. That's what we producing. We're not producing anything else but world champions in the boxing ring and in life. See, when you come through the Stafford Boxing Club, you're just not going to any other boxing club. Man, you in the presence of a king and a queen. You see what I'm saying? We look at here. We gonna treat you like you one of our childs, man. You get what I'm saying? That's what we gonna do. Shout out to Easy Money. Yeah. But anyway, discipline. A fighter who wishes to be a champion of the world must find the discipline to continue to train every day. You have to find the discipline every day to train. So that's why the Stafford Boxing Club is important to our communities, particularly in metropolitan Atlanta. There are not any boxing clubs in metropolitan area, but if you go up to Philadelphia, it's a boxing club on every corner. Man, listen, we trying to get these kids out these streets. When you get out of school, come on to Stafford Boxing Club. We're gonna make sure you do your homework. Yeah, we're gonna make sure you get a little snack. Yeah, and if you need to have your clothes washed, we're gonna make sure your clothes get washed. Because see, that's what we supposed to do. We supposed to be an asset to the community. It ain't all about money with us. See, we've been called by God to do this. So we got vision. And we know that everybody not gonna be the next there, well, Mike Tyson said in one of his interviews that God is able to create another Mike Tyson. Our prayer is that the boxing club, there will never be another Muhammad Ali. But I pray that the next Muhammad Ali will come through the Stafford Boxing Club. There will never be another Floyd Patterson. But I pray that another Floyd Patterson will come through the Stafford Boxing Club. See, we praying, folks. We are about speed. I pray that we get another Roberto Duran. Man, that boy was tough, man. Whew, that boy that was tough, man. Roberto, he was tough. He was tough. I pray that we get another Ray Leonard. He was another one. Yeah. Uh, that boy Hearns. Yeah. Uh, that I really liked when I was coming up. Marvin Hagler. Yeah. Pray we get another one of him. Yeah. Him and Hearns, they used to go. Just be some good fights back when I was a youngster. I used to watch boys. You know what I'm saying? That boy Hearns had a little jerry curl, but he had them 52s too. Um, Let me see. I like the Camacho. And he was he had a good uh he was a good sportsmanship. He knew how to sell him. He was very fly. You know what I'm saying? And I liked that about him. But going back to the Stafford Boxing Club, it's important for us as a husband, wife, um, a black couple to instill leadership in our community. Leadership is something that is not um to, on a level that it should, because our community is being raised by celebrities. I don't have nothing against celebrities. I don't. But when I do my history, African American history, it was some solid people, man. And they wasn't celebrities. They wasn't. They wasn't athletes. I think as African Americans, we are more than entertainers. We are doctors. We are lawyers. We are scientists. We are great policemen. And I do support the laws. If you defund the police, when them folk come up in your house, the first people you call is them call 12. They're good at people in every walks of life. And I think that it's time for the black community to support each other. Like I see all other supporting each other. The Hispanics, they support each other. Um, Caucasian people, they support each other. They work together. They pray together. They make money together. Man, I'm getting tired of all these shootings all over the country, bro. Just senseless, man. I mean, it's just crazy. Chicago, man, y'all tripping up there, man. Square business. Y'all tripping with these guns, man. Every time, man, just turned on the TV. Can't even enjoy the 4th of July without somebody getting shot, man. It just it's senseless, bruh. So how is our race going to if we killing each other? You know what I mean? And so who gonna protect our kids? Who gonna protect the babies? And that's why the Stafford Boxing Club is important to our community. They get to see a man and a woman, kids, that's gonna hold them accountable, that's gonna tell them what they need to be told, whether they like it or not. We not bending. We standing strong on what we believe, whether you like it or not. Because if you cannot abide by the rules and regulations of the boxing club, well, maybe this club may not be for you. But we have a vision. We have a vision to help change our community one child at a time through physical activity and through education, financial literacy. Dude. And baby, if you give me an opportunity, Mike, I don't even want to talk to you on camera, bro. I don't even want to talk to you on camera. I want to talk to you off the camera. I want me and Sheila want to talk to you about cuss, man. Straight up, bro. So Mike Tyson, if you listen, hey man, it's a husband and wife. I ain't coming at you by myself. I don't want nothing to do is have a conversation with you, bro. To share with us the game that Cuss gave you so that we can take it and give it to the kids because that is what the older generation is supposed to do. You're supposed to pass traditions from one generation to the next. And man, we got about, let me see, one, two, three. We got 4 books on Cuss. A book can only tell us so much. But you can tell us, bro. You can tell us, man. And we some good people, man. We some humble people, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to finesse nobody. We just a student of life. We a student of this boxing game. And oh yeah, baby, I need to tell them too. And we know that the boxing industry is an industry is full with gangsters. We 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 understand that. And gangsters. That's what I grew up around. But the thing is, I got God in me. So when you got a man of God and a woman of God, we come to bring light. I've heard so many stories about promoters taking advantage of the fighters. And man, that's why I love Cuss, man, because you never hear anything bad about this man taking money from any of his fighters. If anything, he was giving his money away. No cap, man. That man was giving his money away. And we rock with that. And see, this is what I'm inspired by people character, man. Because once you leave this earth, you cannot change what was done. And that's what me and Sheila mission and passion. When we dead and gone, we want people to say, man, Stafford and Sheila, man, they were some good folks, man. And this how they did things. They did things the right way, you know. And one of the things about me and Sheila, we are constantly reading. And our favorite author is Robert Greene. Straight up. Man, we in that man material all the time. And we had to meet him personally. Had an opportunity to meet Robert Greene, you know. And I just want our kids, I want people in the community, the Stafford Boxing Club is very important. You know, it's a lot on in our communities, man, but the community needs a Stafford and a Sheila.
Facts.
No cappuccino. They need us. Me and this woman,
We've been through a lot.
we've been through a lot. Not one time have my wife ever thought about leaving me. Never. No money, no nothing. No materialistic things will ever come in between me and Sheila. Nothing. And I'm
That comes and goes. Materialistic things, they just come and go. By the time you buy them and you buy a car,
it's a new one.
by the time you drive it off the lot,
The value go down.
Pretty much.
Yeah, straight up. And let me tell you this, another thing. We have to start showing respect for uh, men and women who are married. One of the things that I see in our community is women be disrespecting, other women when they be with their husband. And that ain't right, man. Let me tell you something. I look here. I ain't trying to be in your DMs, none of that. But man, when you come into the presence of me and my wife, man, we don't want none of that smoke. You see what I'm saying? We want these kids to see a quality, healthy marriage. That's what we about. We about pushing P, pushing perfection. You get what I'm saying? We about perseverance.
Mm.
We about pressure.
Keep going.
The only way a diamond can shine, it got to have pressure. And what you see is a diamond. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. It's a marathon right here, man. Yeah, the marathon continues.
I
It
have to say,
continues.
I have to say, shout out to Melvina Washington
For
and
real.
Todd. Todd is my brother.
Yeah, Todd off that Yellowstone in that H-Town. Yeah, no cap. Yeah, for real. Oh yeah. Speaking of that, when I was in the Texas Youth Commission, and they sent me to Brownsville, Texas. I was in it was like a holding facility because they were going to determine what they were going to do to me. They came to me. They say, "Look, first of all, they asked me where you want to go." I said, "Man, send." So I am in the room. I was at the head of the table. It was three people. It was two ladies and a man. And they were like, "Okay, we're gonna contact some residential treatment centers for your behavior to see if you can, go to their program." Man, them folks came to me. They said, "Look, we done contacted 5 treatment centers, residential, some group homes, some boys' home for you. None of them didn't want you." They said, "It's one more place we gonna contact, and if they do not street to the youth penitentiary." And man, so the lady name is Girl Shorter. I call her Mama B.
Hi, Mama B.
And me and this woman, we've been together since 86, 85, something like that. We've been together a long time, man. And if this woman wouldn't have not taken a chance on me, I wouldn't be the man I am today. Man, she loves me. She still do. Straight up, her children. She treat me like I'm one of her own. She sure do. And at that group home, I learned a lot. I remember Charleston White was talking about how he was in the he used the system to help develop himself so that when he got out of the Texas Youth Commission, that he will be equipped with skills and knowledge to help further his life, right? And that's what I did. Got introduced to independent living. Mama B had a condominium mall somewhere over there, and me and that boy Nick, we was over there, and I learned about being independent. So when I got out of high school and went to college, by me having that independent skill experience, I knew how to, survive in college. My own, I knew how to maneuver in life of the skill set. And so that's why the Stafford Boxing Club is important to the community, because you got two different people from two different walks of life. And Sheila, tell them folk that you was adopted though.
Yeah, I was adopted at the age of 2. Out to my mom and my dad.
Mr. Sullivan. What's up, Ginger?
Yes. Do not start anything with that, because I can see that she's probably gritting her teeth right about
Man,
now.
Miss Sullivan know I love her.
And yeah, but my journey, it was way different from his because I was born and raised in New York in Westchester County. It was the suburbs where there was
Suburb.
only where there might have been what, maybe 6, maybe 10 black families there. And I used to get in trouble my education seriously at all. My teachers did my work. I was fighting, I was talking back, getting kicked out. So we moved down here when I was 13 years old, and I really wrong path. Now I want everybody to know this, and I'm not ashamed to say this. I was not raised in the hood. I was not raised
Baby, that's
in
okay.
the city, but it's real funny how the type of people that I hung out with, that's where I ended up hanging out hood and with the wrong type of people and hanging out in the streets and fighting all the time. See, I fought. That was my thing. I had a lot going on, and that's another reason
Baby, you want me
why.
to tell them about when we first got together? I love Pete this out. Now, my wife, we both, and so say when I got with Sheila, I could have really been into politics. I mean, everybody always say, man, it sounds like you trying to campaign for something. So if you ever run for office for anything, I definitely would support you. But the Lord told me that I need to focus on my marriage. Being married before you and like having the fancy rings and all that other type stuff, that don't mean anything. If the foundation of that marriage is not strong, it's not going to survive.
Tell them about the ring that you didn't want me to wear, and I was so happy to wear it. It's okay because I
I
think
I,
people need to hear that.
I don't know about this situation. So anyway, so we don't have arguments. We have heated fellowship. You understand? And so I don't remember recall what the conversation was about or why having a heated fellowship. So start moving furniture to the side and all that. And I'm standing by the door. I'm like, babe, what is this about? She was talking about, oh, I thought we were gonna have to fight because in my past relationship, I said, baby, hold up, man. Hold up, bro. I said, hold up, bro. We not, man. Straight up. I said, man, look, man, let's sit talk.
Man,
And
uh,
so anyway, uh,
I haven't acted like that ever since. I promise.
nah, cause I ain't tolerating that because and baby, I'm gonna address that, but let me tell them about the
We're outside, everybody. It is a little hot, but we wanted to be outside
yeah,
today
we
since it was
outside.
July
Yeah,
4th.
since them
So
boys always talking about they outside. Yeah, we
we
outside.
have ice. You want some ice? You need some ice?
Nah, you can put some water. Yeah, we got our own. Yeah, boxing. Yeah, we just. Yeah. Anyway, hey, what I was gonna say?
I have no idea.
I
I
know.
interrupted you.
Yeah, you did.
I try not to do that.
Uh, okay. So let me tell them about the ring.
Oh, yeah.
So, like I said, I've been married before. You know, diamonds. You know, I had a ring so big it looked like a napkin holder. You know what I mean? So, anyway, when I met Sheila, like I say, before I met for 2 years and 3 months, repeat that. I was single and celibate for 2 years and 3 months. I ain't talked to nobody or nothing. I was healing. I need to find myself. And that's another thing. I think so many of us, we don't allow ourselves to heal before we jump into a relationship. So when we jump into the relationship, we're not fully healed from the past. And so therefore, we are bringing luggage from that relationship into the new relationship, and so you're not able to experience the fullness of that relationship because you didn't allow yourself to heal. The other thing is that during this 2 years and 3 months is that I had an opportunity to find out who I am. And a lot of times you don't get to know who you are with someone in your life because you have to give them time, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so during that time, I was able to heal. I was able to strengthen my relationship with God. I was able to continue to build my company. Um, and through that, I told God, I said, Daddy, look at here. I keep getting these Coca-Cola bottles, but no Coca-Cola in it. And no disrespect to none of the women that I have ever, no disrespect to you. But my in life is is special. And I needed a special woman with the spirit to walk with me. And so when I met Sheila, I said, Sheila, this is what I can offer you. I had a whole bunch of books, my Bibles. I had like all my business stuff. I had a pile of dirty clothes. I had my suits, a couple pairs of shoes or whatever. I said, baby, this is all I got. But one thing I got a vision that if you believe, I promise you, man, we gonna go to the top. I'm gonna take us there. And our first date, we was at the Waffle House, and we was sitting down, and I was like, boy, you sure look like Pocahontas. You dig what I'm saying? And I was like, this is what I can offer you. And I said, it's up to you. But like I say, so when I first met Sheila, she was working at the Red Roof off of Farrington, and I was at this dude condo. And at the time, I was sitting on the board of directors for the hemophilia of Georgia. And so I had my laptop. And at the time, I ain't had no car. So I had to carry my. So I went and I sat down at the bus stop, and I realized the wireless card picked up a signal from the Red Roof Inn. And so I was, man, let me go in here and ask the, lady, can I get, could have jumped on it, but once again, character. I walked in, I said, ma'am, um, I was wondering if I can use your internet, your wireless internet. I said, I picked up a signal from the bus stop. She was like, oh, you came in here to ask me, can I get on your internet? I'm like, yeah. So she said, yeah, and if you want to, you can sit down over. So I was typing an email. And so I looked at the time, and the time was like, dog, missed my bus. So I slammed my laptop, ran out, caught the bus. So when I was on the train going up to the hemophilia of Georgia, I realized that I didn't have my keys. So when I got back on that side of town, I stopped at the Red Roof. By that time, she was working. And so when I walked in, I was like, excuse me, ma'am, I was wondering if you can look in your lost and found and see if there was some keys left behind. I was here earlier using the internet. And I said, ma'am, if it's possible that I can go back in the back and see if my keys are there. He said, yeah, go ahead. So I went back. I didn't see it. So I was standing maybe about 6 feet away from Sheila because, like I said, my mind, I wasn't even really I my mind wasn't even about no woman at that time. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I was focusing on my craft. I was demonstrating what I talked about earlier, that discipline. And so we were talking, and one thing led to another. And Sheila had her business, the customer
It was
service.
called Blessed with Customer
Yeah,
Service.
yeah. It was the customer service business. So she gave me her business card, and so I was like, put it in my pocket. So I was like, well, look, Miss Sheila, take care of yourself, whoop, whoop, whoop. So I walked out. So as soon as I walked out the door, I just heard the voice of the Lord say, that's her. I said, you sure? Like, yeah. And like I say, from that point on, I told her what I can offer to her, and that was three weeks. And then when we were about to get married, I said, "Well, look, Sheila, this is how we gonna know if it ain't from God. So what we gonna do is we're gonna get in the car and we're gonna go to the courthouse. Now, if it's traffic on the highway, we know. Cause one thing about it, if God don't want it, period. So, man, we got the time that we got on the highway. Normally, it's traffic. It wasn't no traffic on the highway. So then we was like, okay, if we get down to the courthouse and if we can't find a parking spot, then we know that's God telling us no. We get down to the courthouse. Not only did we find a parking spot, but the parking spot was right in front of the courthouse. So we were like, okay, bet. So now at the time, I was like, you know what, shop to go get Sheila. Man, I didn't have a lot of money. I'm gonna just be straight up with you, man. The ring costed a total of $19.73, man.
Oh, you know the cents?
Yeah, 73 cents.
Oh, wow. I
So
loved my ring, by the way.
I told her to take it off. I said, cause that ain't me. I said, where we going, I'm gonna get you carrots. And I ain't talking about the one in the vegetable Campbell soup. Yeah, you did. So, but I told her the most important thing is working on marriage, the foundation. Like I said, I didn't spend thousands and thousands of dollars on jewelry, and the marriage went like this here. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I know what the ring symbolized, but at the same time,
It's what's in the heart.
anyway. And when I say this word, my wife told me to clarify. Man, I'm a player, man. And when I say player, I don't mean a womanizer or anything like that. In the south side of Houston, and in College Park, Georgia, we say player means it's how you carry yourself. You're yourself groomed up. You're smelling good. You're about your business. So if I see, like, coming up back in the day, I used to see all the old school players. They had waves in their head. They used to smell good. They keep the haircut. You know, that was considered a player to me. Now, in today's time, player mean, I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know. But I'm just telling you what, what it means to me. So when I say there won't be no misunderstanding, that you would say Stafford might see with that. I done told you earlier that I'm not with that. Don't come to me with that buffale. I'm not with that, man. Square business. But anyway, like I say, my marriage is extremely important to me. And a lot of people, they boast in their success, like in their careers and their individual achievements. But me, I boast in my marriage, right? And I'm proud of my marriage. The other thing that separates Stafford Boxing Club from other boxing club is that you have a husband and working together to accomplish. There is no competition between us. We're not competing with each other. We are into completing each other. Like, there are times where I might be talking and Sheila will finish my sentence, and there will be times when Sheila was finish her sentence. You know what I'm saying? And Sheila is the majority owner. She got the final vote. She owns more than me, and I don't even care. Cause see, one thing about it, yeah, very confident man. I know who I am in God, and so I support my wife.
And vice versa.
I wouldn't be the man that I am today without my wife. Square business.
Vice
No,
versa.
it is no cap.
We have to shout out to Melvina Washington said, very true. I am all about marriages. She also said, listen to you all, nice. Then Melvina Washington also said, listen to you all, vision, goals. I love it. And then she also says, it looks like y'all are having fun with this podcast. I love it. But you know what? Now I have to ask you, because it's about that time. What are some that someone gave you to where you turned that into a gold mine?
I would say your intuition. I think oftentimes we don't what's in our gut and what's in our mind. And when we don't listen to our intuition, we make decisions that put us in a bad spot. And if you listen to your intuition, it will help you to make the right decisions for your life. That's the gold nugget that I leave with you. And hopefully you will take this gold nugget and turn it into a gold mine. And, but baby, it was something else. Oh, yeah. Clarissa Shields, you need to come on the show. You need to come on the show.
They need you.
A testimony. You know how hard it is for a woman in boxing. You got another woman, a black woman in boxing in the industry, being a pioneer. So we will appreciate from the kindness of our heart if you would grace us with your presence, your testimony. The scriptures say blood of the lamb and the word of our testimony. So we need your testimony because these little girls need to hear it. These guys need to hear it. The world need to hear it. And we are offering you our platform on the Stafford Boxing to the podcast show and bless us with your testimony so it can open the door for other women in the sport of boxing to come on the show. It only take one. We need you. And I wanted to say that personally because, as a man, I respect what you're doing. You know what I mean? You got a big time fight coming up.
Yeah, I think she's in the UK now.
Yeah. And what Victoria issue in the amateur. But now y'all pros. And so it's a lot of girls that look up to you, Clarissa. And we want you to find it in your heart, talk with your people and us. And because we've been sending you Instagram
Twitter.
and Twitter. And you can follow us on I Am Stafford Boxing. That's hers. And I Am Stafford is my Instagram account. And once again, Tyson, hey man, we need the best, man. We need it. We want it. We asking you, brother. We we not clout chasing or nothing. You don't have to take no picture or nothing with us. We just want to talk to you off the record about cuss, man. Cuz is the reason behind boxing club. It's a safe haven from the streets, from the hood, to come, learn, and go out into the community, in the world, and become champions. Because at Stafford Boxing, we are the making of champions. You got anything else you want to say to these folk, babe?
The only thing I wanted to say was I'm just glad that everyone needed to be introduced to us to see what we are about and just how we are
Yeah,
here
we
now.
real. Yeah, we
This is how we
real. Yeah,
are,
we real, man.
even
Yeah,
off
no
the camera,
cappuccino. Yeah.
off the social
Oh,
media.
baby, hold
We're
up.
the same.
Say, man. Man. He told me a long time ago to scrounge, man. And I'm a screwhead to the casket drop. You stay great. Watch your screw tape. What's up, Big Pokey? Everybody on Yellowstone. That boy Todd. Yeah. Listen, one thing about me, God fearing, but I still got hood in me. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to uh change. I know how to, alter that. You know what I mean? It's certain things I'm not gonna do, but at the same time, I like to stay connected to my root, achieve level of success, forget where they came from. And I don't want nobody ever to forget that where I come from. I love hood love. And that's the thing about being from Houston. It was all about, you know, uh, being a superstar in the hoods. That's what screwed everybody talking about in hoods. And I also want to give a shout out to some very important men in my life because even though I didn't have a biological father, God sent different men in my life for a season to impart things in me so that I can become the man that I am today and be the man that I need to be for my wife. So one person is Dr. Marvin L. Crawford. I call him Papa
Yes.
Crawford. Call him Papa Crawford.
Papa Crawford.
Melvin J. Everson. Man, he a solid dude. Um,
RCW.
my boy RCW. What's up, Pops? Yeah, Ralph Watson. Um, Mr. Earl Cooper. You, man, boy, hey man, hey,
Blessings, Mr. Cooper.
for real. And Mr. Birdell Jack. I can't forget Birdell because man, that Birdell introduced me to Jim Collins. He's the author of From Good to Great. And as a matter of fact, Mr. Jim Collins sent me a book to put in my library. And I still got that book. Yeah,
Right.
he autographed it too. So he wrote Good to Great, Built to Last, How the Mighty Fall. And I don't know if he, put out another book. But anyway, I wanted to give a shout out to all the men that played a part in my life. And
Oh, shout out to Miss Estella Lewis.
yeah, for sure.
Much love.
And one for boxing is people of spirituality and faith. And I've been fortunate in my life, and everybody got their own opinion about this, that, and that. But what I can say, I learned from different ministries. So, World Changers and New Birth. And I want to say shout out to them, the ministries, because they played a major role in my development as a man of God, and as a husband, and as a father figure to so many others. So with that being said, it's almost time to get up out of here. But man, I want to say thank you so much. Once again, I want the world to know that this is my queen, and this is my queen. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you look across the table, when you about to sign that deal, you looking in her eyes, you see Stafford. You get what I'm saying? So I want to let y'all know this is my wife, and I want you to respect her. You understand?
Well, everybody, we appreciate you for being with us today. For those that are watching now and those that are going to watch, I know that this was fun today. Glad to have my husband, a Stafford.
Yeah,
I
I'll be
am
back.
Stafford.
I'll be back.
Probably after Mr. Peltz, I'll be talking to him this coming Monday on the 11th. So the following Monday, you're going to be back on.
Are you gonna have me on again?
Of course.
Oh man, look at here, man. Hey man, look at here, man. Straight up, man. And again, oh baby, you know what? We gotta give a shout out to Graham and Eric.
Eric. Oh, yeah. I
For
was going to do
real,
that
man.
anyway, but
For
we'll do
real.
it early. I just want, and I'm going to say this again. Thank you, Graham, for giving me the opportunity
For
for this
real.
podcast because he really put his name, and that's what is important. Well, it was an opportunity. I was ready for the opportunity, already prepared. And at the same time, the information that he was receiving from me was actually on LinkedIn and I believe Facebook. What you put out there is very important because that can either make or break a deal. And we got to close up. And thank you, Eric, because he does a lot for us to make
For
sure
real. That's the
that,
engineer,
yeah, to
the
make
man
sure
on the
that what
ones and
we're doing
twos.
now, everything is running correctly. He
Yeah,
has been
we on
extremely
17
patient.
platforms.
He
17, man.
he has always running that it's supposed to. He is definitely behind the scenes. So I really appreciate Eric as well because he has also welcomed me and my husband
For
in
real.
with the family.
Yeah. We
Shout
grown.
out to everybody else. But like I said, next Monday, July 11th, I am going to have that has been in the boxing industry. I would say between 50, I believe it's been 50 years he's been in the boxing industry.
40 or 50, one or
Yeah,
two.
Mr. Peltz,
For
he is an
real.
amazing man.
Yeah,
I'm even going to
icon.
share. I'm even going to share our first event met each other.
Baby, say that for the
I am. I
yeah.
said,
Don't
I know,
don't
I
tell.
know, no, I'm not going
So
to say all
so so
that.
Miss
So,
Stafford, how can folks get in contact with you?
oh, that's a great question. Well, you can go on the Stafford Boxing Club on Instagram. You go on the Facebook as well as Twitter. And then you can also personally contact me on my Facebook, Sheila Danae Stafford. And I'm also on TikTok, Snapchat, and
Baby, you forgot to say Instagram.
I thought I did say Instagram, but I said Instagram for the Stafford Boxing Club. But you can Instagram Sheila Danae Stafford. I'm on all social media platforms. So look, you all heard it,
Baby, hold up. You forgot to ask
but you
me.
told them though at the beginning. But well, okay,
Yeah,
I'll
but I
ask you
want
again.
you. Yeah.
So, Mr. Stafford, how can everybody get in contact with you?
Miss Stafford. You contact me at I am Stafford on Instagram and I am Stafford on Facebook. And for professional purposes, you can contact me on LinkedIn at Furquan or Stafford.
Well, you heard it here first. We want you to like, share, and subscribe. Go to our YouTube channel,
Boxing.
Boxing, on YouTube. Make sure you like, share, and
Yeah,
subscribe.
like we're trying to get them numbers up.
And tune in next week to hear Mr. Peltz.
Sheila, thank you so much for the opportunity to be on. I am humbled to share it with you. I look forward to doing great things with the Stafford Boxing Club and beyond. And we look forward to changing the narrative about females in boxing as
Facts.
well as husband and wife in boxing because
Facts.
we are a force to be reckoned with.
Facts.
We will not be denied.
No.
So all you Staffords becoming Stafford Boxing, the making of champions.